So coming off of a crazy week of Transformers, we just had that crazy Transformers Tuesday, as Isabel rightfully called it, or as Hasbro wanted to call it, the Fan First Tuesday, which gave us an hour of Transformers and a meek 10 to 15 minutes of Power Rangers. We got to see pretty much almost everything of Transformers Legacy Wave 2, so that was pretty cool. A lot of awesome reveals, and we had so much to talk about on Saturday. But as the week kind of came to a close, we also had some factory leaks, some images of stuff that, oh, hey, is this going to be our Amazon line? Is this going to be some kind of miscellaneous stuff? And we kind of speculated on that. And one piece of that leak was part of a 4-pack that we're going to be discussing today, because it seems like another leak from that 4-pack, probably the same source too, has been circulating in the backwater part of the internet for the past couple of days now. It's finally public, so now we can finally talk about it. I don't like to talk about stuff unless it's kind of already out there and the genie's out of the bottle. So let's talk about this factory image now that's now out in the public of the Transformers toy accurate Beast Wars Scorponok. Now, this was a listing that we knew about, I want to say about 7 months ago. It was a Target listing that was found in their UPC and AEN code computer, and it said Transformers BB Legacy Multi-Pack. Buzzworthy Bumblebee in this case, and it was going to be a 4-pack multi-pack similar to the Worlds Collide Buzzworthy Bumblebee multi-pack we got a couple of months ago. Fantastic set, by the way, the previous one. Nice diversity of all kinds of stuff. Some Beast Wars, some G1, some G1 alternate continuity, Nemesis Primal and Cheetah Bra Black Arachnia and some Master Force stuff. Just a nice little mix of things in there. And we're getting something like that again too this time around. And the listing here had it. It's a Target exclusive. It's going to be a multi-pack, and the MSRP, at least as of this recording, is going to be $73.99 for 4 deluxes. Now, who are those 4 deluxes? So in the listing, from what we saw here, we were going to get a Goldbug. Now, the hope is, of course, that Goldbug is going to be the Netflix Bumblebee Volkswagen with the shattered glass Goldbug head slapped on top of it, done in a Goldbug color scheme based off of the old 1987 toy, and we could all celebrate. Probably won't be the case, unfortunately. I get a feeling it's just going to be the shattered glass Goldbug mold with that cliff jumper body. I feel for people who were not able to get that Netflix Bumblebee, but at some point I feel that mold will be freed up and then people will be able to get it. Another listing here also that was part of this 4-pack was Ransack. Now, Ransack is, for people that are not aware, the Deluxe Insecticon from 1985, the larger Insecticons outside of the original trio of classic Insecticons that we know. Ransack was the black and yellow Locust, and it's pretty obvious what's going to happen here. They're going to take the Legacy Deluxe class kickback. They're going to give it some brand new colors, hopefully maybe a retool, but probably going to be a very clever just kind of repaint, and maybe a new head sculpt. And we're going to get Ransack, which a lot of those Deluxe Insecticons long overdue for some modern toys. Let me tell you something. They've only had very little homages here and there, so it's nice to get something that's new and a much more full-size Deluxe character. Also on this listing, and it was what we were talking about just a couple moments ago, that Waspinator that leaked out. So we saw a Waspinator that leaked out. We talked about it on the Saturday Night Live stream. We talked about it in an individual segment. The original belief was, is this a BotCon homage? Because the original listing was Paralyzer, which was the white and pink repaint from BotCon of the original Generations Waspinator. I worked on that set also. I did the King Wodoros. And, is it going to be Parasite then? Because now it's the purple release. It's actually something deeper than that. It's going to be a throwback to the Halloween Horicons Waspinator, the unreleased Universe 1.0 2003 Waspinator. And the reason why that's coming out is because we already got Night Prowler, the Cheetor repaint, so that little pair of unreleased Universe toys could finally be a reality. So that's pretty awesome. And what's rounding out this 4-pack? Well, the main attraction today of what we are talking about, which is our little Scorponok here. And from what we could tell from this image, and of course what they did is this factory image is they kind of like blotched out pieces of the body and stuff because they like to do that, these factory workers. But the good thing about it is it gives us a very prime example of what the colors are going to be, how the gang molding is going to be done. And we could see the head sculpt, which is disconnected from the figure for whatever reason. So we also know how that's going to look. And it looks fantastic. They did a fantastic job of recreating what that original 1995 Mega Class Beast Wars Scorponok had in terms of coloring. When you look at the gang molding, comparing it to, let's say, the original Kingdom Scorponok as a basis, you could see, okay, they kept the red spots from the gang molding of the original Kingdom Scorponok. Those original red spots match the original Beast Wars 1995 color scheme, so that's pretty cool. The black color scheme for the body looks really awesome. The head sculpt is accurate too. What they did is they just used the head sculpt that was also used with the Generation Selects Beast Wars Sandstorm that they did not too long ago. So that keeps with that toy accurate head sculpt, the mutant head, if you will. So that looks great too. And I absolutely love how they managed to pull off the same kind of plastic used for the scorpion claws. Now, this is probably something at some point we're probably going to see, like maybe through a Hasbro panel or something, or a Fan First Friday or something, where Evan and Mark will talk about those plastics. I hope someone asks. I know it's something that's really just a Proto Man kind of question, but I'm super impressed how they were able to match that kind of grayish blue sheen, like almost translucent kind of ABS plastic that looks exactly like the original 1995 Scorponok figure. That's really, really cool that they pulled that off. The only mystery here, in a lot of ways, the only mystery is just how does that Cyber Bee look? Because we can't see the Cyber Bee in this photo. Is he going to have the yellow eyes that the original Cyber Bee had? Is it going to have a cool little kind of nice paint to it to make it match? That's the only thing. But aside from that, it looks like a great representation of the original Scorponok toy. And it's kind of funny too, because when you really think about it, right now on the shelves, we have a Mega Class reissue Beast Wars Scorponok figure that's in Walmart right now. And that one, they went out of their way to give it a different color scheme. While the mold is still the original 1995 mold, they said that Hasbro went out of their way to give it a different kind of color scheme from that of the original toy to just give it a little bit of a different look. I think I know why they did that now. They did that so that you don't really have two of the same kind of looking products on the shelf, because now this Scorponok is going to do the job of the original toy. And when you think about it, if you're a fan of Scorponok, you have the Kingdom one out there, you got this toy accurate one, you got the original Beast Wars toy, which has a different color scheme too. So if you owned the original Scorponok toy, there's a reason to double dip because it's a color variant. You got the Sandstorm repaint retool that's a Generation Selects. Wow, that's a lot of Scorponok right there just based on that Beast Wars one. So that's pretty cool. That is some pretty cool stuff. And the Sandstorm one you should just get just because it's one of Primus's original creations, and there's a deep history with that character too. So that's an awesome one. But this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like what I see. Again, that 4-pack is now going to give a nice mixture of things. It's going to give, when you really look at that 4-pack now, it's like, oh, we got a little bit of 1986, 1987 G1 with Goldbug. We got some 1985 obscure non-show characters with Ransack. We got some Beast Wars toy accurate kind of characters with the Toy Scorponok. And then we get some Universe 1.0 unreleased characters with that of the Paralyzer, or whatever they want to call that purple Waspinator when the time comes. So yet again, a nice little mix of a 4-pack there that gives a little bit of everything throughout the years. Another Worlds Collide Part 2 in a lot of ways. I like what I see. So that's pretty awesome stuff. Not really much else we could really say about it. Tomorrow, we have a Masterpiece movie reveal that's going to be happening from China. It's going to be April 20th at 8 p.m., which on our time, it's going to be tomorrow at 8 a.m. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And we pretty much have a good idea who that's going to be. But doesn't matter. We'll get some nice images and we'll talk about it and get excited, of course. But pretty awesome stuff. I'll talk to you guys really soon tomorrow. Stay tuned for that and roll out.